Everybody, August 22nd, 2017. Hope everybody's doing well. Yesterday was an important spiritual day. The eclipse, which, according to my communications I received, messages I received, has important spiritual significance to it, which I've shared with on blog and on here before, that it marks, am I told, it marks the point in the spiritual realm where the amount, or the forces, whatever word you want to use, of darkness has been equaled by the powers of the forces, the amount of light or heavenly spirit, or the host that is returned. So in the spiritual battle that's going on, unseen to us, sides are equal. Where darkness is evil has had for 2,000 years free reign and have wreaked havoc upon this world, upon mankind. And which is not to say that heavenly spirits, God, the Lord, angels have not been present, absolutely. But everything's been according to plan. I mean, everything from the beginning has been according to plan. God knew everything mankind was going to do long before he did it. I mean, nothing's hidden from him. He foresees everything, because that's God. He's omnipotent. That's what omnipotent means. All-knowing, knows everything, past, present, future. Nothing's hidden, internal, external, physical world, spiritual world. Nothing's hidden. The devil is not omnipotent. He thinks he knows it all. He's vanity. Vanity is why he's got kicked out. Vanity is why there's sin in the world, because he brought it into the world. Through one man, Adam. Through one man, sin came into the world. Through one man, knowledge of sin came into the world, Moses. Through one man, we were freed of sin from the world. Through Jesus. He showed us the pathway to be free of it and to find a way home, to return to the Lord, to the Father. He freed us from the slavery of sin. He didn't remove sin from the world. Sin's in the world. The world itself is sin. Being human is sin. It's just how it is from the beginning, when we took it upon ourselves. But we have a choice now that we can be free of it. He freed us from it. So, yet we, throughout history, have re-enslaved ourselves. That's a free will choice. Free will is throughout everything. So that's why it's important to just, when you do sin, acknowledge, hey, I screwed up. The Lord's forgiven me, so I forgive myself. I forgive whoever caused me, or tempted me or led me to sin, which would be evil, either directly or influencing your mind, your heart, or influencing or tempting you with something because the devil knows what's inside you, what your weaknesses are, or through other people or other things tempting you and drawing you away from the Lord. But you forgive yourself, as the Lord's forgiven you. Even forgive whoever caused it, which directly or indirectly was the devil, and then move on, let it go. Otherwise, you've enslaved yourself again by hanging on to the guilt, hanging on to the shame, hanging on to the anger, the bitterness. You've enslaved yourself. Don't do that. Just let it go. Dust yourself off. Screwed up. I'm sorry. Thank you, Lord, for forgiving me. Forgive yourself and move on. Leave it in the past. It's over and done with. You can't take it back. You can't change it. You can admit it. You can apologize for it. You can try to make it up for it. But you can't take it back. Just let it go. Done and over with. It's like dropping something in a raging river. Psh, gone. You ain't going to get it back. So just let it go. And continue to try to do better. Continue on the right path. So the next marker will be in January, which is the first of 3 blood red moons. And I was told what that's going to mark, or partly what that's going to mean, but I'm not sure exactly. I've mentioned it before, but I'm not sure exactly what it means, so I'm not going to go into it anymore. Maybe I'll get more later on before it occurs, but I do know that since this eclipse, things are going to pick up pace. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to start to happen, and you may have seen some things going on in the world. We all have. Things were going to increase. They're never going to decrease till at the end. How long that's going to take, again, we don't know. Our lifetime, great grandchildren's lifetime. It's going to be over a period of time in stages. That I do know. We have no idea what that time frame is. It's not for us to know. Okay, I want to read one of my old messages and talk about one or two things on this video. I'll try to keep them short. I can go to other videos. This one again from the first year, number 50. Reaching for the stars, so far out of sight, far above in the darkness of night, twinkling down through the ages of time, incessantly winking their rhythm and rhyme. Mists of time passing us by, looking down from on high, blinking, sighing, gone so fast, nothing ever seems to last. Out of nowhere all is gone, and we are thrust where we belong. Love's long lost, found again, this is going to heaven, guides us home towards when paths spread forth out upon plains of life come and gone. Strands of humanity intertwine, leading down roads through time. Incandescent aura overhead shelters us as we are led. Ravenous desires gone at last, no feelings of guilt dire cast. Why do we do the things that cause us the pain they bring? Steadfast in foolish ways, spilling through the endless days. Foolish pride or free will, swallowing it, a bitter pill. Listen fast and you will hear Heavenly Father, angels tear. Love for us, endless be. Go to Him and be set free. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Talking about going to heaven, the foolishness of what we do, of our pride versus free will, and free will versus swallowing our pride, and listening to what God wants for us, about what we got to go through and deal with in life, and the pathway to heaven. It's all above us, and there's constant communication coming through in rhythm and rhyme. So the chatter of heaven is nonstop. But whether we're good receivers, those who remember what a stereo receiver is, or your radio, how you're dialing it and suddenly something comes through loud and clear, and sometimes a lot of static or not at all. Depends on us. We are like microwave dishes, stereo receivers for the rhythm and rhyme, the chatter of God, chatter from heaven that's constantly there. But we just don't hear it. We're so focused on other things, but we keep things internalized that interferes with that. So that's why it's important to focus on Him, continue to learn about Him and grow in His light, and get rid of that stuff inside, get your priorities in order so that there's nothing interfering with that that chatter. And we all are antennas for that chatter. But it's your decision. It's your decision. Or what you want to do, which way you want to go. The thing I wanted to talk about was the Bible, again, which I've talked about before. The Bible, and I've gotten into heated arguments with people about this, and I just gotta walk away. They're just so entrenched. People are so entrenched in what they grew up learning and what they believe that they can't see things outside the box. To grow in the light, to learn about God, you have to come out of the box. Remove those barriers you put on yourself. And move the barriers on God. God is limitless. He's omnipotent, He's prescient, He's limitless, He's boundless. So you can't put limitations on Him. He's much more than the Bible. Old Testament is like Introduction to God 101, New Testament, Introduction to God 102. And it's a resource, a go-to book, a guidebook. It teaches us about God, not just on the surface, because that's been manipulated by man, but deep down. It has depth to it. It has a beginning cover and a back cover. Then it has depth, it goes down in. So the surface pages have been manipulated many times and controlled and edited by mankind. Translated multiple times, things get lost in translation. Things get lost in translation in different meaning between British English and American English. From American English of 100 years ago to American English today. With the advent of the internet and all the new words, Things change. Things have duplicitous meaning. But the spirit of the word, God is spirit, is deeper down in the page of the Bible. And for that, mankind can't affect. That's for your soul, your spirit, to discern. And that's why you ask for discernment of His word, of His truth, and of His wisdom and knowledge, so you can see those deeper meanings. And you'll read something that you may have gotten on the surface of the Bible, and as you grow in discernment, you say, oh wow, there's another meaning to that, a deeper meaning. That's why Jesus spoke in parables. So those who have eyes that do not see and ears do not hear, just got, oh, that was cool, I got that. But He invited you to come and seek a deeper meaning by saying, let those who have eyes see, let those who have ears hear. He's inviting you. He wasn't commanding you. God doesn't force anything on you. He's inviting you. He's asking you, come, please come and learn and listen and discern about me and God, the Father. He invited us to learn directly from Him. So when you say that, and lots of people have said this, all that God is right in the Bible. If it's not in scriptures, it's not true. When you do that, you're putting limitations on God. You're saying, oh, God, all God who's infinite. And if you're not clear what infinite means, I mean, in other words, your brain can't grasp what infinite is, really. And when you try to say that something infinite is crammed into one book, you're putting limitations on God. And when you put limitations on God, you're trying to control God. You're controlling God. When you're controlling God, you're placing yourself above God. You've made yourself a God above God, a self-idol. You place yourself above Him. That, brothers and sisters, is a big sin. Thou shalt have no other God before me. Do not do that. Do not put limitations on God. What you should be doing is saying, okay, God, I've read all this. Help me to understand the deeper meaning of it. Help me to continue to learn about you and teach me about you directly. See, just because they can't see and hear, people say, well, I can't see a physical thing or hear a physical voice where the words written down here are, my physical eyes can see. So you're limiting yourself to an understanding of something that's limitless and invisible. So you put limits on yourself too. So stop. Instead, ask, okay, Lord, teach me. I've learned introduction to you. Teach me more about you. And it's like going into a class and having a teacher, and then you're using the book that's about him. And you say, okay, don't tell me about yourself. I'm just going to read all about you in the book. You think you know it all about him. No. The source of what the book is about is right there before you. And God's always before us. Ask Him to teach you. Teach me, Lord. Help me to grow in your light. Help me to learn about you directly. In the process, He'll also give you deeper understanding of what's on those pages and what's down deep inside it. Because again, the surface of the Bible is like being in a boat on the ocean. You're seeing these reflections of the sunlight, these sparkles of light on the surface, and that's cool. That's like looking at the surface of the pages of the Bible. But when you stick your face down in the water, it's like, hey, there's more down here. So you jump down in and snorkel or swim down a little ways, like, wow, there's even more down here. You get some scuba gear or submersible and go down deeper. Wow, there's even more down here. Even now we don't know everything that's on the bottom of the ocean because we haven't seen it. We haven't gone down deep enough, dove deep enough. The Bible's the same way. Immerse yourself in it. Dive down in it. Ask for discernment. Teach me, Lord. Help me to see the deeper meanings and teach me directly. He's got infinite ways of teaching you, both physical and spiritual, through other people, through other things that you can physically see and hear, and through your heart, because you are directly connected to Him, the umbilical cord of light, which never ceases unless He cuts it off and sends you to hell. But He communicates through that. So the biggest source is Him directly, internal. And it will happen. If you can't believe that it's possible, then again, you don't truly believe in God. You put limitations on it. Because when you say something's impossible, especially about God, then you don't really believe in God, because all things are possible with God. You can't say, I believe in God. Oh, absolutely. No, that's not possible. You just contradicted yourself. Which way is it going to be? So the best source of Him is Him. And continue to read the Bible. And as you grow in discernment, just open the Bible. What I do is just like, Lord, guide my hand to what you want me to read today. And just open the Bible. Okay? And read those pages. So, Lord, grant me discernment to learn something today off of these pages that I didn't know before. Open my eyes and my mind, my heart, to what it is you're trying to show me today. Do that every day. Do it every time you read the Bible. Instead of reading it like a book, look at all this I got to read yet. It can become like a task. No, just each day something new. And you will find that you may open up to the same page multiple times. Like, I read this. So, okay, obviously there's something there that you didn't get yet that He wants you to see again, to reread it again. Right? With these Bible messages I get, I've opened up, like Jeremiah more than anything, I've opened up the same pages and got as many as 7, 8 different messages. There's so much in there. And God's infinitely more than all that. So yes, the Bible's important, but it's not all that God is. Look at the U.S. tax code. You look at the multiple books that people write. Look at the encyclopedia when it was a hard copy. How many books that was? And that was just knowledge of man, and that wasn't all of it. You want to say all that God is, who's infinite, is all one book? Right there you're saying, no, He's less than man, because man, supposedly all we know about man is encyclopedias, or look at the Library of Congress, all this stuff, and that's still just one library. That's not all the knowledge of man. But God's only in this. There, you've made God less than what man? You place man above God. No. Is it possible for all that God is to be in one book? Sure. But He's way more than that. It's like a doorway. Open up the doorway and dive down, go through it, into it. And then learn. Teach me, Lord. That's what's important. End that there, 17 minutes, and speaks more on the next one. So everybody have a beautiful day. Hope it's sunny and beautiful like it is here, and God bless.